Part 4 is the explanation of applying specs from the workbox. This is probably the most important part of the workbox because you should never be drawing duct without a specification in play. It's easy to add zones, floors, and system number information later. However, specification information, if you go to change, might affect the way your duct line edits. So it is proper procedure to always select the specification first and then go to grab your duct. Notice currently that spec has nothing selected. So what we're going to do is grab a fitting and go into the fitting parameter box, and you can see that it has no connections. This is a great indicator that there are no specifications in play. However, if we come over to the workbox, pull from our drop down menu and say let's use 2-inch water gauge, and obviously the choices will vary depending upon what your specifications are, we're going to get the drop down menu is going to say should we either A, apply new specs to new fittings, B, apply new specs to the entire drawing or edit the entire drawing at once, or apply new specs to current selection. That means whatever's currently selected, we can now edit the spec. To start off, we're going to choose apply new spec to new fittings and press OK. Now when we go to grab a piece of duct, you can see instantly that the spec is working on the fitting. You can see that it's added the proper connections and locks and all of the other technology data. We're going to put a couple of fittings on the drawing. Here we'll just do 2 pieces of rectangular duct, a transition, and then 1 more piece of rectangular duct. You can see that the 2-inch water gauge is represented by tie rods and TDC or TDF flanges. Now if we're going to edit this, we could highlight this section or use a selection automatic, and there are separate tutorials on all of these selection automatics. And then we can just go to the workbox and say we would like to apply 6-inch water gauge to the currently selected duct. When I do that and I press OK, you'll see when we let go of these fittings that they no longer have tie rods because the spec has changed. You will also notice that if you double click on a fitting and go into the AutoCAD property box, underneath technology we show the specification of the fitting itself, so you can see it's been updated. Very important to always choose your specification first and then grab duct. That is the recommended procedure. That'll conclude our tutorials on the workbox.